When it comes to translating, is it more important to focus on the form, on the content, or on the effect of the original text? That has been the core of the debate in the linguist community for hundreds of years. In this video, I will try to summarize what the experts have found out up until now and what, in my small way, I discovered. But first thing first, let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Antonino, I'm an Italian video translator and I help companies reach their Italian-speaking customers by translating English videos. Now, it may seem odd, but in the past, when translating, the form was favored over the content of the original text. And a French expression in particular can sum up the thought at the time, which is belle infidèle, and can be translated as beautiful but unfaithful. It is a type of translation that, quote-unquote, in order to achieve an elegant style as close as possible as to the target language, modifies various aspects of the original text, altering its references and form. The phenomenon of the belle infidèle led to the quarrel between the followers of Nicolas Perrault d'Abancourt, considered the father of the belle infidèle and of loose translation, opposed to the supporters of the exact, faithful, and scrupulous translation. The debate regarding the absolute fidelity to the source text when translating continues to this day. However, let's do now a time jump and get to, if my memory serves, to the 60s, where a current of thought particularly supported the idea of translation as an exact science for which for each word corresponds an exact translation. That basically is the word-for-word translation, and this concept of course led to terrible translations, which is why many experts later move on to a more intent-based approach, which basically is to translate according to the original goal of the source text. And this leads us to the heart of the matter. The right approach to translation changes according to the goal of the text. It would be much clearer after you watch also this video about the differences between translation, localization and transcreation. But just to take stock of this situation, translating by focusing on the form may be recommended for some highly creative texts, such as songs or poems, for example. Just think, for example, of the songs in the Disney movies that have been translated in many languages. A technical translation, let's say of a user's manual, usually does not require so much creativity, and so a word-for-word translation approach may be suitable in this case. However, on the other hand, for marketing content, the goal of which is to engage on an emotional level and to get the audience closer to the brand culture and products, an intent-based approach is definitely what is needed. And by the way, that's why one of the instructions that I encourage my clients to add for translation projects is the goal of the content. But if you have marketing collateral, you want it to be not only translated, but actually transcreated. As a matter of fact, transcreation focuses on the impact of your message and is closer to copywriting than to translation. In addition, the choice of terms in translating also depends on the audience, the channel, and on the tone of voice the content is intended for. All of this information help having a clearer context in which the translator operates, and translators can and will produce better translations if they have a clearer picture of the context. The more information you provide to your translator, the better the result will possibly be. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you to understand what matters the most when translating a content. Now, I'd want to talk about what I can do for you. If you're looking for an English to Italian translator, you may want to know more about my services. So click on the link you can find in the descriptions to know more about me and what I can offer. I specialize in translating and subtitling corporate marketing and sales videos. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.